entrepreneur or maybe starting your own company, your small business can look big. You can actually rent a workspace in some pretty impressive locations, maybe the Peru, the financial district, even if you're working from your basement. Maria Pachel is the marketing director in New England for a company called Regus. Nice to have you with us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Saboni.
So what does Regus do when it comes to providing these flexible workspaces?
Well, Regus offers a number of different products. So everything from fully equipped private offices to co-working spaces and meeting rooms, as well as virtual programs and membership programs for the mobile worker who's always on the road. But the key is that they're flexible. So clients can take space just as they need it, only when they need it, and then as their business grows, they can add additional space at that time. So it really, the flexibility is really the key to the products.
Let's say there's somebody at home, they've got maybe either they're self-employed or maybe they have 3 to 5 people working for them. They have this big investor who wants to meet with them and they want to impress them.
Yes.
You can't afford, let's say, to rent a place in, a prime location in Boston. How much would it cost somebody to rent an office for a day, a week, or can you even rent it for just the meeting?
You can. You can rent offices by the hour, the day, the week, the month, or the year. So again, flexibility is really the key. So a company that maybe works out of their home but doesn't want to have their home address for their business address, they can have a virtual product with Regus where they can have the Peru, for example, for their business address.
For about how much? Does it vary?
Starts from about $50 a month. So very, very economical. And then if they need to meet with someone, they're meeting them at the address on their business card.
Do you have to sign up kind of like a membership where you have to say, I'm going to pay you $50 every month just in case? Or can you just suddenly, I could call you up tomorrow and say, hey, big important meeting, how much for a really fancy office to impress people?
Sure, you can rent an office. You don't have to sign up on an actual contract.
Okay.
You can just come in and use an office for the hour or for the day to meet with one of your clients. So, and you can do that from, very cost effectively from $25 a day.
How does this help a small business, especially in this economy?
Well, because of the flexibility, it really enables a company to keep the capital in their pocket and reinvest that capital into their business so they can grow it. Because in traditional office space, you're locked into a long-term lease where then your capital is really tied up into that. So the flexibility affords them a cost-effective solution that gives them all the support, yet it's the flexibility to have the capital to invest in their company.
How many locations and sort of different types of locations do you have in our area for people who might be listening now thinking, hey, this sounds like a good idea for me?
Sure. Well, in New England, we have 21 area locations, everywhere from downtown Boston, like the Peru, Faneuil Hall, 60 State Street, and then we have locations outlined throughout the suburbs and all the way up into New Hampshire. We opened an office in Nashua, New Hampshire back in January this year. And then we have another upcoming location this fall in Wakefield, Massachusetts.
And this is a nationwide program. I have a question for you. When somebody's starting a business, sometimes it's more economical for them to register their business, let's say in Nevada or Delaware, because their taxes are so much lower. Does this sort of enable somebody to get around paying taxes in Massachusetts because they could start their home business in a more economical tax state like Delaware and then say, ta-da, I've got this office in the Peru?
Well, we really take that seriously. While we're actually a global company, we have offices all over the world in 95 countries, but we take that very seriously with ensuring that companies are abiding by whatever the laws are by state. So we're servicing 1 million customers a year, and the amount of cases that we see like that are probably a 0.0025%.
So there are some that have crossed your radar, though?
They have, and then we report them immediately to the authorities. So that's something that we do take very seriously as an organization.
All right, some interesting ideas here. Maria Pachel from Regus, thanks so much.